Tonight on Birds of Play, we're going to be talking about Far Cry 5, that new game that's been announced. Then we're going to talk about Red Dead 2, that new game that's been delayed. Then we're going to talk about Overwatch, that game that you really like with girls with butts. Welcome to Birds of Play.
Welcome to Birds of Play, episode 33. That was quite an intro with a lot of misinformation.
I got the job done.
I see you
That's
did.
what matters.
I see you did. We all saw you did. My name is Logan Anstead. Today I am joined by two sipping coffee and Mountain Dew men, Brandon Diaz and Pierce Turner.
Well, I really like games about Southern Christians that try to kill me. They're coming out every day now.
Northern Christians. Montana.
Midwestern.
Montana is in the north. Let's segue the
even
Christians into Far Cry 5.
They just keep coming up, don't they? First Outlast, now Far Cry.
Outlast.
First Resident Evil, then
Evil
Outlast,
7.
now Far Cry.
Yeah, people really like Northern Christians. It's a great time.
I mean, they're Hot Topic.
Yeah, so...
You think they actually go to Hot Topic? Probably not.
Probably not. I don't think they have Hot Topic.
I think we're off topic.
Dude, those pop vinyls, the exclusive ones, Jack Skellington, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, Logan,
Anyway.
what do you want to talk about today on Birds of Play?
I'd like to talk about Far Cry 5 and that trailer that
Far
dropped
Cry
this
5.
morning. So let's talk about a little bit of the plot. My mom's texting me. That's great.
Hi, Mom.
So
Tell us thanks.
it's set in Montana. The entire game has you set playing as a man or woman, which is a nice change, I think, being able to
the three main characters,
pick who you
right?
play as. No. You play as a man or woman junior deputy. You can also choose your race, so it's more of a customized character to you. It's a co-op centered campaign. The three people we saw on the trailer, which I forget their names.
There's a pissed off bartender, a pissed off mechanic, and a pissed off priest.
I remember him. That's Pastor Jerome.
Yes. So those three are going to be your allies. I believe the bartender, they said something to the effect of, would be a arms dealer. The mechanic obviously will help you with vehicles. And I'm not too sure what the priest will do yet.
Pastor.
Possibly health or stamina boosts, maybe something to that nature.
Or recruiting.
Yeah.
Or
Well, there's always
burning crosses to stab people.
There's always also been like kind of a supernatural effect to every Far Cry, or like some kind of spiritual thing where like you can control animals or you have some kind of unhuman-like
Maybe he'll
power.
let you control
You can
people.
ride elephants.
Yeah. So maybe he'll be the person for that. But what did we think of the trailer?
Okay, so Far Cry is, it never clicked with me. Like, I understand it's a great game, great series, but it just isn't for me. That being said, this trailer, it's enough in a completely different direction from the last three, I guess, that it's interesting for sure. It's also kind of cliche to have, a Christian crazy person is running a cult and they're coming to get you. Like, that's kind of cliche at this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's not like Far Cry is known for like its villains, I guess. But this guy just seems like a very copy-pasted villain.
He's the father, though. The end is coming, and he's trying to save people.
Yeah, exactly. That's been said in like every other spooky Christian movie.
But like for me, like I saw a lot of people before the trailer was even announced saying how divisive Far Cry 5 would be. Do we think the setting and the modern day time period and this theme of, I guess, a modern day cult leader, do you think that's going to stir up some problems for the game in terms of marketing and things like that?
I mean, people were going to get offended no matter what it was going to be. I feel like this was
why
not jump into the fire to dip your toes?
Remember all those Neanderthals that protested about Far Cry Prime? Like, and everyone's like, I'm sorry, we thought we could put it as far away as possible.
I just remember when Far Cry 4 was announced and they just had the cover art and they had like
that's right.
Like,
and everyone was like pissed off because there was
whatever.
some, what was it? It was like he was stepping on somebody?
Yeah, he was stepping on somebody of like a different race or something. I don't know. Like
People are going to get offended about everything.
Yeah.
They're going to look for something, so why not just jump in head first?
I honestly think I thought originally that the setting was going to be like in the past, or I didn't know it was going to be present day, which I think is really interesting because we haven't had a present day American set shooter that hasn't been focused around World War III. I don't think ever in video games. Because we had like Modern Warfare 3 was set, the Modern Warfare series for Call of Duty.
You're
was in there.
forgetting Splatoon.
Oh, excuse me.
That took place in Montana.
With squid kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're forgetting Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Looks like
It's
it
not
takes
out
place.
yet.
Looks like
It's
it takes
not out
place in
yet.
Detroit.
Yeah. It looked Dong City. What is
That,
it?
that's still no, no
City.
it was something close to that, like new whatever city.
Anyway.
But no, I think the setting's really interesting. Another co-op centric campaign.
Yeah, I like it. I'm
So we'll be
interested.
able to play through it with multiple people.
Did either of you play in like Far Cry 3, Primal, and 4?
I played Far Cry 3 and Far Cry Blood Dragon, skipped 4 and
Ooh.
Primal.
Yeah, I was all about Far Cry 3 and Blood Dragon. Any ones after that just look like copy paste,
Yeah.
just like different setting. But Far Cry 3 and Blood Dragon were the good
What,
stuff.
so Far Cry, even the ones that didn't take place in 10,000 BC, are all about like having animals friends,
Yeah.
right? So what animal friends are you gonna have in Montana?
This one
Bears?
has the same type of thing that Far Cry Primal had, where you can recruit animals to like work for you.
It's the
so-
silliest thing I've ever heard in my entire
So
life.
there's like bison and wolves
And
and
bears.
dogs and bears.
Honey
so, like,
badgers?
I don't know.
Hopefully,
Bobcat?
bring back the
Um,
badger.
But like basically you can
Cougars?
recruit the wildlife in the game to help you out, which I think is really cool. You have like a dog companion apparently.
Is it like
Oh, so like a police
okay?
dog?
Wait. I really like the idea. Is it like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, where you can like whistle and a bear like comes out of a tree and like, stabs somebody? It's like got a hood on.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Now that you
It's
said
an
it, somebody's gonna
assassin
mod
bear.
that.
He's just like
Yeah. It's just the squirrel like like comes
No.
out of nowhere.
a flying squirrel.
no, but from what was said in the press release, you're supposed to have a dog companion because you're playing as a junior deputy in this town of Hope in Hope County, I should say.
Yeah.
The trailer has it so that it's got a sign that says Hope County, and they cross it out and says Center County.
super ironic. That's really clever and ironic.
Anyway,
I hate video games.
No, but yeah, no, they did very obvious like open things, but no, I think I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. I haven't bought a Far Cry game, obviously, the last 2 entries.
I haven't bought a Ubisoft game in the last 20,000
Yeah,
entries.
that's very true. But
oh man, don't
I
even
hope-
get us started on downgrading the graphics because those trailers looked incredible.
I saw the trailer this morning and it said in-game engine footage. I was like, lies. I
Right?
know that's not.
They did
truth.
the same thing with every single past like trailer for any Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it looked crazy good.
I know, but it looked really good, like as like Ubisoft trailers usually do. Like you remember, I'm still stuck
Dude,
on
it's
Rainbow
no
Six
Steep.
Siege.
It's no Steep, okay? So until Steep 2 comes out,
But like,
Ubisoft can sit in the
Shred
corner.
those mountains, bro.
Yeah, dude.
we can expect disappointment from this game until proven otherwise.
I think.
It's every game. That's everything in life.
Wow, that's a real downer way to look at it. But
Yeah, birds of play.
what a show today! What a show! No, but I really think they have to prove themselves here, and it's going to be the first lead developed Far Cry that is not completely restricted by the PS4 and Xbox 360. Far Cry Primal was only on PC, Xbox One, and PS4, but it wasn't made by like the head Far Cry studio. It was made by a side studio. This is
Yeah, it was made by some crazy
Yeah.
person who just had a week alone. It was like, oh god, I'm gonna make this game real quick.
This is Ubisoft Montreal going for it. Because I remember Far Cry Primal came out really close to Far Cry 4. Like it was like
Yeah.
within just over a year.
Wow.
So I mean, granted, this is going to be coming out just 2 years after Far Cry Primal.
Honestly, if you go from riding saber-toothed tigers and holding sticks and throwing them at people to a modern day stoop fest, then I don't know. It's just like you can't go. It's like when you go black, you can't go back. You
What? So
it's hard
you
to go
want them
down
to
from this.
stay in like prehistoric times?
I'm saying if you do something awesome and ridiculous like that, it's weird to go to something so serious and you know like. It's almost sillier. It's almost sillier than the prehistoric times to go to this cliche. Like,
But wouldn't you have like franchise fatigue if you tried to do that again? Like we see with Call of Duty every year. Like you have the jetpacks and the boosters, and you do a Future Warfare. Like Call of Duty releases in slates, they're calling it now, which is like the 3-year dev cycle. And so for the past 3 years, we've had future games. The next game is supposed to be a World War II shooter, and the games after that are supposed to be grounded, more modern Vietnam type.
Dude, I want some
stuff like
Korean
that.
War.
So like, yeah, so like, I think if Far Cry stayed in its same location or its same setting, it might really make
what
the
we
game
should
boring.
all do is just not buy Far Cry 5 and buy the inevitable, ridiculous DLC pack that comes out afterwards. You know, for 3 it was
Blood
Blood
Dragon
Dragon. For 4 it was Primal, which wasn't DLC, but I mean, come on.
Ooh, do you think the next one will be Bloodier Dragon? Far
Yeah.
Cry Bloodier Dragon?
Or like dinosaur robots in
They
space.
sent out a survey about 2 months ago that was asking what we wanted the next Far Cry setting to be. And
I remember that.
Yeah,
actually.
it was like they were comparing it to like the past games, and so would you want it to be like Far Cry 4, Primal, blah blah? Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, like that type of setting was an option.
Yeah.
And so like I'm all for that. Far
Can the
Cry
next
3,
one
Blood
just be in a
Dragon was great.
volcano, like completely the whole thing?
And you know that takes place in Hawaii.
Oh, you actually play as
on
Moana.
Mars.
It's actually a
Moana.
Disney spinoff, a very bloody Disney spinoff.
But in respects to another Western game coming out, Red Dead Redemption 2 got delayed.
yes.
Will this be able to? Well, did we want to go to break before we talked about that?
I mean, we can just talk about it now.
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2 did get delayed earlier
What?
this week. Yeah, what a tragedy. Nobody saw that coming. It hasn't happened with every Rockstar game that's ever been announced.
What?
Red
Red Dead 2 got
Are you
delayed?
having an existential crisis?
Okay, here's what they should have. Okay, that game. Remember when they announced that in November, and we all freaked out and got on this dumb couch, and we're like, "Woo, Red Dead 2."
Yeah, that was a cool episode, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But look,
Well, we didn't all freak out. Somebody was over here like, oh.
okay, yes, I love Red Dead, but think about this: why didn't they just wait until they were sure and announce it now?
Because that hype game, though.
Fuck it.
They did the same thing with GTA 5. They announced it and
I
didn't
know,
come out until
and it's
2
so
years
stupid.
after.
It would have been how much better would it have been to just wait until you were sure about the release date, which is now spring
2018.
and they're going and just announce it now, and that way it would be a year from now. The way they originally announced it, now it's going to be over a year since the original announcement.
I actually knew this was coming not from like intuition or from like a leak or anything. I checked. I wanted to.
You're actually psychic.
No,
Logan
I
is developing Red Dead 2.
Oh! No, I saw on Amazon the other day that it was listed as unavailable for pre-order before they delayed it, and I was like, that's really weird because they never do that unless a game's date is changing. Because I know for South Park: The Stick of Truth, when they had the initial delay, they took it down because Amazon does this thing where they just take down pre-orders if they don't know the official release date or if there's not even a placeholder. So I knew something was happening, and I knew it was going to be a delay. I didn't know it was going to be this significant.
There
of a
should be
delay.
laws against announcing video games before you know for damn sure when it's going to come out. I mean, it's ridiculous.
You can never predict that though, and
Some people can though. Some people are really good at it, like Capcom, who sucks, admittedly, but they really do know their release dates. Okay.
Well, I mean, the gaming industry as a whole has a problem with announcing things preemptively. Like
Hype
we
trains,
we
man.
all know this, but like the problem is the Red Dead Redemption 2 hype train. That's a really stupid thing considering there's a
But,
train
like-
throughout the whole trailer. But that is so they are so in tune to the marketing of this game. GTA 5 succeeded because nobody heard anything
Okay,
from
wait a
the
bit.
GTA 5 series for so long.
Think about this. Okay. They announced it in November, expecting to release it fall this year, so probably November. That would have been a year from the announcement date. The hype train, they were announcing a year prior to allow the hype to build.
Yeah.
The same strategy would have worked if they announced it right now in spring this year for spring next year. But that
then-
would be a year.
But then we would have been wondering at E3 where is it going to be?
Well,
Because
they're
they've
never at
announced
E3.
now that it's not going to be at E3 at all.
They're never at E3.
But-
GTA 5 premiered at E3.
Yeah, well.
On the
But
Sony
if they'd
stage.
waited now to announce it, that presumably last November they're expecting like they're on track to release it next November.
Yeah.
If they announce it now and they're still on track to release it in November.
No, I
that's-
mean, I'm saying if they announce it now and we're on track to release it next spring. You know what I'm saying?
but they
Because
couldn't have
they
predicted
announced it earlier this year, and his issue is that it's just they shouldn't have done. They should have just waited.
I think just in general, games should not be announced. The game should release less than a year from their announcement.
It should be the Fallout 4 model.
Well, everybody says Fallout 4, but you know who did it first?
Who did it first?
Resident Evil did it first. Resident Evil did it first.
Okay.
They always do it. I'm
Okay.
sorry I keep saying it, but every
Okay.
time they announce a
No,
game,
no, I understand.
in fact, Resident Evil 6 got its release date pushed up a month.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I mean, it didn't help that game at all.
No, I'm not saying it's a good game.
like that,
I'm not
it
saying
really didn't help.
But
They
that,
should have
that
pushed it
game
back.
wasn't
What are
bad
you
because
talking
it was
about?
rushed. The game was
Yeah.
just bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and yes, Fallout 4 is made it popular, and I hope games start doing that more.
But I really do think it's part of 2K's strategic marketing. Like, they want to draw up hype. They're like, oh, I'm so excited, it's coming out in September.
You know what brought the most hype was what? Sorry again, but when Resident Evil 7 was announced, listen, it was announced with 6 months to build the hype, and the day it was announced, they released the demo. How cool would it have been if Red Dead 2 was announced 6 months before the release and there was a beta? You know?
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Dude, that hype train would have just exploded.
Yes,
Like,
we all would have been like,
you step on
we
it.
would have like, jumped out the window and quit our jobs. You know, like that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But I'm not one to defend companies ever. But it has been...
All companies are evil.
It has been 8 years since we had a Red Dead Redemption. The hype is through the roof. It was the same thing for Fallout 4. That's why everybody... If they would have announced Fallout 4 and it would have taken another 2 years for them to develop it, people would have just lost their minds. I think Red Dead and Rockstar have this thing where, like, they have this ultimate fan forgiveness because, like...
Because they make incredible games.
This impacted 2K's financials heavily. And
GTA 5.
And it impacted GTA's... or not GTA's, GameStop's own, like... stock market standing.
Yeah, stock.
Because they knew, like, oh, pre-orders are going to go down because it's farther off. But, like, I think everybody who was set up in this time frame of fall for this year breathed a sigh of relief because, like, oh, God, thank God Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't here. But now you have an entire slate of games that are slated for spring of next
that's a
year
good point.
that are crapping themselves right now. The thing is, and they even said this in
Oh, God. Yeah, actually, Far Cry 5 is
Yeah.
probably one of them, or Ubisoft Montreal.
well,
like,
Far Cry 5, I
no.
think, is going to be far enough away from it that it's going to be fine.
Also
Yeah,
completely
it's like-
different games.
I see.
It's like 3, 4, 5
I see it
months
releasing in May,
span.
but the thing is, Red Dead is like Call of Duty. They could release Call of Duty tomorrow and it would sell 10 million copies. Okay,
yeah.
There are just
Because of
series.
people like you.
There are series
I mean,
and
I get it.
franchises
And
that
you.
have the power to just sell, no matter when they release, no matter how much PR and marketing there are. Granted, these big releases generally have a ton of marketing, but Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to sell 10 million plus copies regardless of when it releases.
Which is funny. It's interesting because it's the third game, but really it's the second. I mean, nobody really remembers the first one. And
They could release this thing on the PS2 and it would sell 10 million copies.
Dude, I would go pay somebody like $100, $200, $300 to buy a PS2 just so I can play Red Dead Redemption.
Are you going to pay $200, $300 to play it on console instead
No,
of PC?
I just needed to come to PC.
My question is, if they're going to delay the console version this much, how far is a possible PC version going to
Dude,
get
that's
delayed?
going to come out like 3 years later. It'll come out in like 2021.
you know a really easy solution to your problems?
No.
Stop playing PC.
Don't say it.
Better.
That's what I said. I own a PC and I still choose PS4 half the time. Anyway, we're going to cut to a quick break. We're going to be right back with some Overwatch anniversary discussion. This has been Birds of Play.
You're watching Spinnaker Television.
So look, I go do my research. Apparently, a whole bunch of brothers been missing in this suburb. But it's cool. Bro, how you not scared of this, man?
Good to see another brother around here.
Chris was just telling me how he felt much more comfortable with my being here. Get out.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo!
Raiders of the Lost Ark. A film from Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
I was back. I didn't have a... I'm a girl? Good girl, good girl. I had a new purpose. I was needed again. And again. And again.
Hi, you.
With each new life, I was learning a new lesson.
I'll introduce you to your ground team.
All right, here comes Red Bull's poster child.
I'm not gonna have clowns watch my back.
Who would you trust?
The good, the extreme, and the completely insane.
Hold on!
What you want, I got what you need.
Now that's a team I can work with.
Here we go.
Welcome to Daddy Daycare. Don't panic, because they're like animals. They can smell fear. How about game today, all right? We need some structure and some planned activities. We need Ritalin and leashes. That's what we need.
Pardon me, Mr. Jordan. Could I have your your John Hancock?
What's going on here?
We need your help!
You heard of the Dream Team? Well, we're the Mean Team.
Ready?
Doc,
Yeah.
you kick it in here. You go to the hole and dominate. We on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, I don't play defense.
Warner Brothers presents Jordan, Bugs Bunny,
Special delivery!
Together, they just might save the world.
Welcome back to Birds of Play, episode 33. We have a very special guest joining us. Gender bent. No, this is Alex.
Hello.
She's our lovely Overwatch friend, because we're here to talk about Overwatch's anniversary event. It's been a year full of Overwatch fun. It's been great. I've really enjoyed the game, something that I thought I would hate originally. I remember when you and John McCrone, or one of our normal hosts, introduced it to me, and I was like, this looks dumb. This looks like some PC MOBA crap.
And look at us now. We're all aboard the hype train, and now we're off of it, and you're on it.
Yeah, I played it in a dang, like, competition here for Overwatch. Like, I played it in a tournament. Like, I never thought I'd do that for any game.
And you dragged us into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I don't know. That was really fun. So, we've seen the skins. What do you guys think of them so far?
Dude, they look sweet.
I am 50-50.
50-50.
50-50. Like, some of them are, like, really great, and then there's one, like, Genji. I hate Genji's skin.
You don't like it? He looks like a Power Ranger.
No,
That's so
that
cool.
is, okay, I like the Power Rangers, but he just looks so lame. Like, the little, like...
So, what do you think of Soldier 76's skin?
Okay, I think,
Very
honestly,
divisive.
most of the skins are a little robotic for me. Like, all of them. Like, Bastion looks like a frickin' Instagram.
Well, Bastion is a robot.
Well, obviously. But, like, his new skin looks like the Instagram kind of logo. That's honestly what it looks like.
I think it'd be creepy if what if they put like a human skin on Bastion? Like they just like they made him like a really weird shaped human that just like marched down like that.
Fleshy
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like an
like that
android.
thing.
Like an android. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that'd be kind of creepy. No, but he's like fat still and like awkward shaped and blocky. So I don't know, it's weird.
Like
but
a
no,
breakdancer?
I really like Diva and Lucio's skin in particular.
Oh, God,
Lucio's skin
is so
changes the music for his healing and his speed boost.
It's more jazzy.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I think that's a fantastic thing going forward. And from what I've heard, they're trying to try out more fashion-forward stuff, not just like stuff you would expect in the game, but like Fashion Week was an event a lot of people thought they were going to have. And so I think Lucio's skin, if it's received well, which I think it is being received well, is a step in the right direction for some more diversity of skins.
So like Grandpa 76.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
But like dapper Grandpa 76, so like hipster Grandpa 76.
No, he's like a cranky old man. He has to stay like with a
Oh,
cane.
man.
But like they're trying, like if they're trying to be fashionable, I don't know if they're gonna do like
Give him a
I'm
cane.
Cranky Kong or
Listen.
whatever.
Dude, what if Reinhardt
Canes.
with like a fancy Reinhardt where he like carries around like this jacket over his shoulder?
Oh, his jacket is the hammer. He just slaps people with a leather jacket, like I'm Reinhardt.
Wow.
And then when he does like his ult, it's kind of like, ah!
Leather down. He gets like his belt and he like slaps it down. No, it's a belt. He's like.
God, that brings back like
that could be a little controversial.
I know.
just,
Now I
just
think
a
about
little
it.
bit.
Jeez. The new dances are really cool too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I like them all.
So they modeled a lot of the dances off of, and we might be able to put them up on the screen for you. They modeled a lot of the dances off of real world stuff. So like Junkrat's dance is based on Will Smith's in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Zarya's is based on that aerobics video that's become such like an internet meme.
And it's like,
Yeah, it's just like it's just really funny, really cool stuff, and I think they really they went all out for it, which is something they haven't done in many events. Like,
I'm the ghost of Pierce.
God.
I'm going to haunt you all forever. It's high noon.
I don't know, Pierce was also McCree, but no,
Yes.
I do think the game has really benefited from this sense of community and the sense of creativity that the developers are going through. What are we looking forward to for year 2?
I'll leave that to you guys because I haven't played in a while, but I want to get back in because the new game modes that I've been hearing about and the new characters.
Yeah, the arcade mode is like, I don't really like it. I prefer playing competitive, but like, it's pretty cool. Like the capture the flag, the what's it called?
The eliminations.
The eliminations.
That looks so
The
cool.
1 versus 1. Oh my God, I suck. Like I just suck.
I thought that was going
But
another direction.
here's the thing. I heard that with the 3 versus 3, they now like changed it so that once you win with certain characters,
You can't use
you
those
can't
characters.
use them
Yes,
again.
that
Which
looks-
I'm like,
that sounds
finally.
Which makes it a lot more competitive, so that everybody's not using Ana, Roadhog, and like Soldier every time. Because if you had like a Mei or like a Roadhog or a Soldier facing a team of characters that can't self-heal, the people who would self-heal would win every time because they would just wait out the other people, or Symmetra would camp in a room.
Yeah.
So I think that really adds a lot of benefit to it.
Well, they also switched the fact that for like elimination, instead of like showing each other like where they are after a minute, they're gonna put a post in the middle, and
so
then
that
they
you
have to capture the post in order to win the game. And I'm like, finally, that's fun.
So Blizzard makes these small little refinements, I think, that really make the game stand out. And like, I had never been like we talked about earlier, I had never been a Blizzard person, had no idea what Overwatch was. But what they've done with keeping their community involved and keeping them in the know with what they're doing is really amazing.
They're never stagnant. They're always working to improve their game.
And whether it's through maps, characters, skins, changing the game modes, updating things, it's really been a fantastic year for the game and fantastic year for Overwatch. Hopefully we get Doomfist soon, something like
Characters
that.
to come.
Okay, I have a theory.
Oh,
so
please spill.
My theory is that they're not gonna have like Doomfist. They're gonna have, that kid that showed up in the miniseries that like had the little Doomfist fist and was like,
with like the broken arm.
Yes, that one. He had like a broken arm. How awesome would it be to have that kid with the broken arm and a Doomfist and just be like,
and then he breaks his arm every time he does it, and it just mends itself.
Yeah. When do you think Doomfist is gonna come out? Honestly.
The hope is late June. I don't think he's coming out until late July or early August.
I think he's not coming out until November.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever coming out.
Don't start this.
Well, then again, like if he does come out, like he's like kind of like a cheat, because like from what I hear from like the videos and the comics and stuff, like he's supposed to be like super OP, like super like.
Will he be voiced by Terry Crews?
Yes,
please.
100%.
Yes, 1,000%.
If he's not, will you riot?
Yes. Because Terry Crews was actively like campaigning. He's like, I want to do this. How could Blizzard turn that down?
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say no to Terry Crews voicing Doomfist.
How could you turn that down as a Blizzard though?
Yeah, and not only that, what if for his little dance, it's like the little dance from White Chicks where he's like,
oh my goodness.
It'd be perfect. It'd be great.
He was in that movie. Terry Crews
I never thought about that. And a salad for the lady? No. But anyway, any last thoughts, hopes for year 2?
I'm getting back into it. I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege lately, and I'd like to mix it up with some Overwatch. I think it'd be fun.
Alex?
I just love Overwatch, so like I'm always gonna play. So.
Oh yeah.
I am. I'm that person. Like even if no one's online, I'm gonna try and still be online because I love that game. Like. It's one of the first games where I'm actually like, yes, like I have to play this every day. I'm really into it. It's really good.
Just remember, if you're a Pharah main, kill the Mercy. Brandon knows that all too well.
Diva.
You know what? I want to, before we close off.
Can we not give the crowd epilepsy? Thank you.
I want to implement an old segment. What is everybody playing right now?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what's everybody playing?
My answer is gonna be Overwatch every time.
But like, you're not even playing any like side games, cheating on Overwatch with anything.
Okay, listen, like, I haven't been able to play in a while, but I tried playing Prey at the game room one time.
I remember that last week. Yeah.
How'd that go?
Not bueno, no bueno at all.
So mainly Overwatch, you're saying?
Yeah, and League. But yeah.
Brandon, what have you been playing?
An endless amount of Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm trying to get back into Fallout because it's
Fallout 4.
I've got the Fallout itch. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. I got the itch.
I
Gotta go back.
I have been playing Paladins, believe it or not, a lot.
Paladin sucks.
Go on.
I've been playing the Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC a ton.
Oh yeah.
Been streaming that a
is
lot.
Even available on PC? I've been looking on
No,
Steam. And I can't
it's
even
just
find
on PS4 right now. They still are keeping the exclusivity to PS4,
Okay.
which is kind of bad. But when it does come, it's amazing. It's fantastic.
I'm ready for it.
But yeah, so this has been episode 33 of Birds of Play. I've been Logan Anstedt.
Brandon Diaz.
Alex Torres Perez.
And we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Pierce, get off the mic.
I'm not on the mic.
Uh-huh.
So.
Wow, what a show.
Dude, that was really though. You're on PC, right, for Overwatch?
Yeah.
God, I wanna get back into it.